Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this sunflower granny square. I've included links in the description below, a lot of different helpful links as well as a list of materials that you're going to need for this project. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to start with your brown yarn. And we're going to do a magic ring. So you're just going to wrap the yarn around your fingers, let it cross over itself. Get your hook, put it under that first piece and over the second and just kind of scoop up a loop. Carefully pick up your working yarn and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This is not counting as a double crochet, so just as an FYI. We're going to go ahead and making sure that we're working over both pieces of yarn here. We're going to work 15 double crochet into our magic ring. So yarn over your hook, push it through the magic ring, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and repeat that 15 times into our magic ring. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 double crochets into our magic ring. So now you're going to pick up the short piece here and just pull to close your magic ring. You're going to go ahead and find the top of your chain 3 space and close the round with a slip stitch. Just push it right through, yarn over, and pull right through both loops. All right, so you've closed that with a slip stitch to close the round. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch to our yellow yarn. So let's go ahead and pick up our yellow yarn. And the way that I like to switch colors is just as you saw, I keep my hook in the loop. You can switch it however you want to, but this is how I like to. I just kind of hold on to that little tail end there, make a starting loop with my new yarn, get it onto the hook, and then pull it through the loop that I'm working on. It might come a little bit loose, but as you get going, it'll be fine. And we're going to chain 3. Okay. And now we're going to work a puff stitch into every stitch all the way around. All right. So let's go ahead and start with working on our very first stitch here of our round right here. Okay. So you're going to yarn over, push your hook through your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. I'm working over my little tail ends here just to hold it in place because I hate weaving in too many ends, but if you want to leave them loose and weave them in at the end, that's fine too. Okay, so yarn over your hook again, go in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and we're going to do it again. So it's a total of 3 times that we're doing this. All right, loosen it up a little bit. I might have pulled it a bit too tight myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook is what you should have. Yarn over, pull right through all 7 loops and chain 1. Okay, we're going to go and do it again in the next stitch. So yarn over, push your hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, do it again 2 more times. So we're doing this a total of 3 times. Again, you should have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull right through all 7 loops, chain 1. And we're going to do it again. 1, 2, got to get more yarn, and 3. Yarn over, pull through all 7, chain 1. Okay, yarn over, push your hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, go in the stitch again, yarn over, pull up a loop. One more time. 7 loops on your hook. Oops, yarn over, pull right through all 7, chain 1. So go ahead and keep working those puff stitches all the way around. When you get back to the start, you're going to close the round with a slip stitch in the top of your chain 3 and then come back. Okay, so now we're going to start working on our petals. This is the only time the chain 2 is going to count as one of our stitches, so we're going to go ahead and work our chain 2. Okay, now we're going to be working around all of these chain spaces. Okay, and we're going to start by working around this space right here. So you're going to yarn over your hook, push your hook right through in between here. So we're not working in a stitch, we're working around what's the chain 1 spaces, and we're working around this first space here. Okay, so again, yarn over, push your hook through that space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, go around that same space again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. We're going to do it again one more time. Now you've got 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. Okay. Now we're going to chain 2. And we're going to do the same thing around the next space, but because this chain counted as a stitch, we only repeated it. We went around, we yarned over, went through, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then I said repeat it 2 more times. So for this one, we're going to be doing it a total, so this technically was a total of 3 times. We're going to be doing it a total of 4 for the rest, okay? Because we don't have this chain 2 counting as a stitch for the rest of them. So I'll show you what I mean. Yarn over, push your hook around that next space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over. Okay, we're going to repeat that step again. And one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook is what you should have. And a total of, see these little 1, 2, 3, 4. See, because over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, because the chain. All right, so for all the rest, you should be having 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all of them, chain 2. I'm going to do it again with you one more petal. So we're going to go around this 4 times doing this little stitch here. So yarn over, push your hook through, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 times in total, 5 loops on our hook, pull through all 5, chain 2. And you're just going to go ahead and keep on repeating that all the way around. And when you get back to the start, you're going to go ahead and close your round with a slip stitch in the top of that chain 2 space, and then come back. Okay, so now that you've finished working all of your petals, I want to make sure that we're on the same page here, because this is going to impact the spaces that you're going to need to turn the circle into a square. So when you're counting the petals, so we started with our 15 double crochets in the middle. We worked a puff stitch into every single one of those 15 stitches. So we would have 15 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 puff stitches. For the petals, I know it can seem a little bit awkward, but you should have 16 petals, and here's why. When you did your chain 2 at the beginning, right, and you worked around that very first space, that gave us our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You need to work around the last space before you close with a slip stitch, which is going to give you 16 petals. You need that for making it into a square. And you're going to see why now in a minute. Let's go ahead and get started with our white or cream or green or whatever it is that you want to use. We're going to go and work on making the circle into our square now. So once you've gone ahead and get your new color on your hook, you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Working around the space that we're chaining out of, we're going to do 3 treble crochets, and this chain 4 is counting as 1. So we're actually going to start off with 2 treble crochets around the space because the chain 4 is counting as 1. You're going to yarn over twice. Push your hook around the space. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the next 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay, that's a treble crochet stitch. We're going to do another one. So yarn over twice. Push your hook around the same space. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the next 2. Yarn over and pull through the last 2. Now working around the next space, we're going to work 3 double crochet. Yarn over, push your hook around the space, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. 2 more double crochets around that same space. Around the next one here, we're going to work 3 half double crochet. Yarn over, push your hook through the space, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Repeat that 2 more times. Okay. We're working on our first side of our square. This is like half of a corner, and it'll make sense at the very end. Around the next space, we're going to work 3 double crochets. Okay. In the next space, we're going to work 3 treble crochets. Yarn over twice. Okay. Now we're going to chain 2. And we're going to work 3 more treble crochets around the same space. This is our corner. And that chain 2 that we just did to separate these 6 treble crochets going in this corner, that's what creates that turn. So we can now begin our next edge of our square. So around this following space, 3 double crochet. Around the next space, 3 half double crochet. Around the next space, 3 double crochet. Around the following space, 3 treble crochet. Chain 2, 3 more treble crochet around the same space. We're making another corner here. Okay, 3 double crochet around the following space. Three half double crochet around the next space. 3 double crochet around the following. 3 treble crochet around the next. Chain 2. 3 more treble crochet around that same space because we're making another corner. We're almost done here. This is our last side of our square. 3 double crochet around the next space. 3 half double crochet around the following. 3 double crochet, around this next space. I picked up some tail ends there. And now here we are, back at the start. Remember I said this was only half a corner? So in the same space, we're gonna work 3 treble crochets. Chain 2. 1, 2, 3. Find the top of your chain 4 from the beginning, and you're gonna close with a slip stitch. It looks a little wonky, but that's okay. Just gonna straighten it out. And I'll make a different video to discuss the benefit of blocking if you're new to that concept. It is a big benefit. You don't have to, but for a long time I didn't, but I'm starting to get it. It just gives you your consistent squares. Again, that's a whole different video. But there is your crochet sunflower square. You can go ahead and fasten off. You've just finished with your slip stitch. You can pull that out, fasten off the end, use your yarn needle to weave in your tail ends. And it's, once you get them all weaved in, you'll see your nice sunflower from both sides. Have a look for some helpful links in the description below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.